Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Truly welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You just saw the video from last year's summit, and I can feel the energy in this room already. It's going to be equally amazing. Let's connect, create, collaborate, and celebrate today. If you can't already tell, I'm excited to be here with you and honored to support Women Techmakers, a group that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and I'll tell you why in just a bit. Women Techmakers' global vision is to provide visibility, community, and resources for women in technology. This is our third year hosting our global event series in celebration of International Women's Day. And this year, I'm personally looking forward to the women in this room exchanging stories and inspiring each other. I was the first female on Project Wing, X's drone delivery project. One book that's inspired me to embrace such roles as a woman on teams was written by Elle Luna, and it's called The Crossroads of Should and Must. What really resonated with me was her stance that changing our internal dialogue to instill that we must be here, rather than saying or questioning whether we should be here, has profound effects. So today, I'd like to say, not only should you all be here, but the technology industry needs the insights, perspectives, and ideas of females, and you all must be here. To quote Elle, must is who we are. It's our superpowers, our truest, deepest, most unique gifts deep within us that we're allowing to come forth and shine. Must versus should fosters the kind of work that will put ripples through the universe. And I know the women inside and outside of this room are going to make waves in the technology industry. I truly believe that diversity of thought is the #1 driver of innovation. If we're going to solve the challenges that face our world, we need the cross-pollination of everyone's curiosity, creativity, and energy in the mix. So today, let's honor who we are and why we must be here. I hope you'll be inspired by the lineup of speakers, organizations, instructors, and workshops put together by the fabulous Women Techmakers team. And before we kick off, let's take a moment to give it up for Women Techmakers and Women in Technology. So Google is a place where differences are valued and encouraged. I've experienced this firsthand. A diversity of perspectives and ideas, whether by gender, race, sexual orientation, neurodiversity, or a combination of them all, lead to better decision-making, more creativity, better products, and a greater value to the workplace and our culture. We want to help the entire tech industry become more inclusive. From inspiring young students to pursue computer science degrees, to getting more minority-owned small businesses online. We want to create an industry where people can pursue their dreams, build impactful technology, and become leaders. Women Techmakers is Google's global program for women in technology. It was kicked off in 2012 by the current CTO of the White House and then VP of X, Megan Smith. I'm going to take a bit of time to talk about Megan because it's rare that I get this chance. You know, I started out as an intern in 2011 working for Megan, and she's been my personal sponsor, role model, and friend since. Without having crossed paths with her, I probably would not be here today. What I respect and admire most about her is she's a true believer that no one is inferior or superior to anyone. She's instilled the belief in me that ideas can come from anywhere, and when you find your passion, you're unstoppable. You can make amazing things happen. She believed in me, and I'm eternally thankful, and she believed in my very dear friend, Natalie Villalobos. Megan and I were interviewing Natalie actually about 2.5 years ago for another role here at Google. And of course, Natalie was my top choice. And to my surprise and disappointment at the time, Megan came to me one day and said, "We're not hiring Natalie, I have another plan for her." And I said, "Come again?" Natalie and I led the 10x Thinking team here at Google, and fast forward, here we are today. Women Techmakers is now led globally by Natalie Villalobos. She's my go-to person when I need someone to yes-and my ridiculous ideas, and it's been amazing seeing the evolution of her vision. From a concept we were sketching on napkins to the global scale it's at today. If you haven't met her, I know she's gonna kill me for saying this, but she's around and you ought to meet her. She's a gem. She and her global team of Googlers are passionate about empowering women in technology through increased visibility, community, and resources. At all of our events this year, we're celebrating the theme of Our Time to Lead, which was created by the Anita Borg Institute for last year's Grace Hopper Conference. By a show of hands, who was at Grace Hopper last year? Okay, good amount. We got to get more of you there. Together with the Anita Borg Institute, we're able to increase the momentum of this incredible movement. Today, our goal is to showcase women at all phases of their career, as well as organizations that are making positive change in the tech industry. It's not just about Google. A lot of times, when we think about diversity in technology, we only think about the United States. But look at this map. Women across the world are coming together to increase the visibility, community, and resources to enable more women in the industry. That's why across March and April, Women Techmakers will be hosting 14 global summits and over 100 community meetups. We believe in supporting communities wherever they are globally. Our first summit in Lagos, Nigeria is actually happening on March 19th. And today, there are 3 summits taking place as we speak, in Seattle, New York, and of course here. It's encouraging and empowering to see so many women here today. Now, there are hundreds of Googlers helping out across all of our summits and meetups this year, and a lot of times, these folks rarely receive a thank you, and it's held till the end if it ever is done. This year, let's thank them first. Their countless hours and late nights are what make days like this possible. Can the volunteers please stand up so we can give you a round of applause? If you ever need something throughout today, find one of them in a Women Techmakers shirt, and they'll be sure to help you. Today we have an exciting agenda in store for you. I'm confident that by hearing the amazing talks from our speakers today and by informally networking with each other, you will end the day even more ready to face challenges and celebrate your triumphs.